Butterbean, you will land the punch. But people do that for a couple of rounds, and then ultimately, of course, he's fighting.
Oh! It didn't take long.
Oh, it didn't take long for Butterbean on the floor. I don't think he's with us. That's it. He's out.
On his feet, he's out.
I am.
That one punch was all it took. One punch.
Butterbean still going after.
Still wants to beat him off.
And he came out of that. He was often the toughest guy around.
And that he has parlayed that into a professional.
Yeah, kids love him. He's not, despite that size, they're not intimidated by Butterbean because there is that friendliness about him.
By a lot. And he will try and use this ring. Don't want to get caught against the ropes by Butterbean, as happened right there to Craven. Now, Craven in his last 10 fights is 5-5. Guess what? 5 have ended in him knocking the other guy out, and 5 have ended in him getting knocked out.
Well, it's not likely we're going to be going to the judges' scorecards on this one.
Good jab by Craven. Now, you can hit Bean with a jab. I mean, you and I could hit Butterbean with a jab. He gets hit with just about every jab that's thrown.
Yes, head movement is not his forte.
No, and now he's getting hit with certain right hands. However, this has happened in other fights, and then eventually, here he comes, and he'll knock you out. And I thought they were auctioning off a tent. It's huge. You see those trucks not on him, they are huge. Butterbean smiles and says, hey, come on, let's get in the fight. Comes after him, hits him in the body a few times, and Craven ends the round by landing a big jab, or comes close to ending the round with a big jab to the head of Butterbean. So,
on the back of the head.
He's hitting Butterbean with everything, but once you exchange with Butterbean, you can get hit with something big. And Craven, unafraid to mix it up with the bean.
I'm surprised he's standing right there with him. I mean, he's not moving. He's just trying to stay within punching range and exchange punches using his own quickness. But this could be disaster.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be if Bean keeps hitting him against the ropes and landing those shots. But it's creating kind of an, big right hand by Craven. But of course, he is more of a cruiserweight hitting this big heavyweight. So he's not having the impact with his punches he would like. But this is an exciting match. Well, a bad strategy error in this round by Kenny Craven may have been his undoing. Butterbean whacking him in the corner, and now Craven is in trouble. Still punching back, but I don't know how long this one's going to go. Jane 80 says that's enough. Well, Ken Craven gave it all he could, and some of the fans not happy with the stoppage of that fight. I think it was an appropriate stoppage, though. Ken Craven looked like he was in some trouble.
Burgoon in the green and Butterbean in the colors of Mexico and the United States of America. And an early beginning for Butterbean. He backs Burgoon into the ropes. Oh, and then you take a look at Butterbean getting the crowd riled up as he waves that right hand and he throws that right hand that comes on. Oh, you take a look at Butterbean talking about the heart of Tim Burgoon, or lack thereof it. Been content to really just lay on the ropes, take whatever shots Butterbean has to offer. Hasn't been hurt, though, here in round number 1. Butterbean in the trunks with the American flag and the colors of Mexico. So there it is. Here's the exchanges we're looking for. Butterbean beginning to open up, and again, waving that right hand, and he throws a wild right hand. Butterbean again begins to open up, and I think that hurt Burgoon. Burgoon is knocked out. He goes to a knee. I think that's the end of the fight. I think it was a big right hand that froze Burgoon, and that was it. Burgoon spits out his mouthpiece. He still doesn't know where he is.
Butterbean easy to hit with the jab or anything else for that matter, but he's already wailing. Peter McNeely is not boxing, that's for sure. He's smothering Butterbean. They're whacking away at each other. McNeely throwing left hooks. Father fought for the heavyweight championship in 1961 against Floyd Patterson. His grandfather was on the 1928 Olympic team, comes from a tradition of boxers. Right hand and a left by Butterbean, doesn't move McNeely. McNeely throwing a left hook. They want McNeely to get off first here. Couple of left hooks sends McNeely back. Gets hit with another left hook by Butterbean. And Butterbean brings it on. McNeely just standing there, taking a pounding from Butterbean. This one might not go too much longer. And they stop it. With only moments left to go in the first round, Butterbean is the winner. Kind of an experienced heavyweight. Nationalistic feel to the trunks in any case. Butterbean with a right hand over the top of the jab of Patrick Graham. And another one, and he is pushing Graham back with that right hand. Good left hook by Butterbean. And Patrick Graham already, I think, has tasted the power of Butterbean. We have about a minute left to go here in round one. Under a minute left to go here in round one. Graham gets a right hand in there. Huge beginning by Butterbean. Graham has held his own toward the end of this first round. Body shot by Butterbean. Butterbean with a left and a right, and Patrick Graham, blood for the nose, and he is rocked. And might be ready to go. Graham to the canvas. A clubbing right hand by Butterbean.
5, 6, 7.
On one knee, Graham beats the 10 count. Butterbean looking to finish things off, lands a right and a left. It's possible he may make it through round two. Butterbean throwing the hook to see if he can get him out of it. Big right hand, and that is it. That is probably going to be the end of this fight. It should be. And Jay Nady quickly calls a halt to it. So one thunderous right hand sends Patrick Graham through the ropes.
Beginning his boxing career. Immediately it looks as though Will Harris is trying to show some movement.
He's really got to go to that body. She's the one that jabbed him and stay on the outside, but if they go to the body and fight a little more on the inside, his punches are wide. He's the easiest target on him. And people spend too much time trying to jab him and stay on the outside. Nobody ever goes to it, that I see anyway. I've only seen about 4 of his fights.
Is that because of the intimidation factor, you think?
I don't know. Maybe they think you're going to...
Now trying to utilize the jab.
It's because Harris, he's moving so much that he can't really land a good shot. But right now I believe he did. But you know, Harris has to throw those body punches. It's like he doesn't even have to aim, you know. All he's got to do is throw those punches.
Ever considered a pro career yourself in boxing? Hoya card. He won his fight in the first round, then came out, found where Mike Tyson was. A little over a minute to go here in round number 2 as Butterbean trying to chase down Will Harris. Only in the heavyweight division, Gabriel Ellis, do you find the...
In front of him, he might get blocked, I should say, or hit it.
Hotel. Christopher is hinted that maybe he might be a future opponent for Butterbean. No. Doesn't particularly like that term as an analyzed in boxing. During the between rounds period, once the bell rings and the fight starts, he never shuts up and has to stand and fight.
Not doing anything to try to slow Butterbean down. He's on the defensive, and he's
matches on the Tonight Show and getting into the movies a little bit and fighting on TV.
the born star.
Mr. Charisma.
He seems like an body, and he's not doing anything but throwing that jab and moving.
The fans for the gourmet dinner. Harris nearly came through right on top of us here. Usual event, a Butterbean fight going the distance.
He ran 4 rounds with Butterbean.
Bean 10 seconds to go in the bout. Good right hand by Butterbean in close. He calls himself the heavyweight champion of 4-rounders. He is a refugee of the tough man contest, Gabriel, where guys get in, fight 5 or 6 times a night. Neither fighter looks as though they've been turning down many meals lately.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, boy.
Over here.
First knockdown of the fight, and it's Clarke who goes down.
5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your gloves, George.
It was more like on top of the head, but it still hurt him.
Clarke trying to fight back. Butterbean digging to the body. Down goes Clarke for the second time.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me your gloves, George.
All right, remember the 3 knockdown. Well, look at Butterbean. Look at the Bean walk across the ring.
He means business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clarke trying to fight back. That's it. Clarke is down and out of the ring. Fight is over. And for the first time tonight, the crowd has a chance to stand and cheer. Worldwide. Fans in the United States are intrigued by the heavyweights. He's just trying to use a lot of lateral movement and use that jab. Butterbean, and not too impressed with it so far, however. Esch is out of Alabama. Down goes Butterbean. A rather shocking development to the fans here in attendance. Man competition that I told you that Butterbean is a graduate of. Those are 1-minute rounds that they fight, 3 1-minute rounds. Good left hand by Butterbean. Sutton in trouble along the ropes. Throwing everything he's got. He comes in with an uppercut every now and then, which is probably a pretty good weapon with those arms up at each side. Sutton's going to have to answer back with something here. He's got to throw some punches back, or Toby Gibson could step in and stop the fight. Butterbean unloading his, not throwing anything in return. Here he tries to answer back, lands a right and a left. Let's see if Butterbean used up much of his energy. Butterbean in some trouble. He bounces back into the corner. Fans getting a kick out of this one. Not a lot of what you'd call science. There's that jab from Sutton again. Butterbean seems to have worn himself out with that huge flurry, but there's a right hand that grazed the face of Sutton. 4-4 in the heavyweight ranks. Butterbean with a big right hand. Butterbean in the Stars and Stripes was down in the first round. Both men were hurt in that second round and had their moments. There's that jab of Sutton. He does a good job. It keeps Butterbean away and he's offensive right now. He's got that nose bleeding again, so he just keeps putting that jab out into the nose. Sutton opening up, and Butterbean appears to be slowing down. 221. A quick check of my computer like mine shows a difference of 89 pounds. And now that face becoming a mask of blood. Record come to a halt tonight. Adam Sutton having things his own way in this third round, using a jab and lateral movement. But Butterbean, right hand by Butterbean followed by a left. That got Sutton into some trouble. Butterbean trying to pour it on. Good left hand by Butterbean. Sutton in trouble now. He can't get out of the corner. He cannot get out of the corner. Referee Toby Gibson watching closely. Butterbean won't let him out. He just keeps pounding away. Bell saves Adam Sutton. Well, here's the corner again where Butterbean had him in trouble, but he can't trap him there this time. Halfway through the final round. Good combination from Sutton. And now the eye is cut of Adam Sutton. The left eye is cut, dripping blood down the corner of the eye. Right hand by Butterbean as Sutton going backwards again. Butterbean catches him with the right hand. Sutton tries to answer back, but takes a left hook for his trouble. In the ropes. Butterbean still throwing punches. Now he opens up again as the round and the fight comes to an end.
39-38 for the winner by majority decision, still undefeated, Butter.